Hey Sycamores, welcome to Almost Live. I'm your host, Reagan Daugherty. Today, we're talking to Justin Wassel, anti-trafficking advocate. Almost Live starts right now.
Five,
4,
3,
2,
1.
Thank you so much for being here today. Can you start off by telling me a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name is Justin Wassel, and I, at ISU, am part of the Bi College of Education. I'm also a member of the Wabash Valley Coalition Against Trafficking, and I'm very involved with the arts and mentoring, athletics, and special needs peoples. Throughout most of my career, I've done a lot of management, and I've also done a lot of anti-human trafficking.
Now, what exactly is human trafficking? Can you define that for me?
Well, off the top, based on what a lot of people have seen, maybe in the movies or on video and media, what we see there may only be a very, very small percentage, maybe as small as 1 to 3% of what actual trafficking is. Legally, it is called trafficking in persons, and it has to do with exploiting a person for goods or services by way of coercion, fraud. If they're a minor, that does not have to be proven at all. And there can be force as well, which is not as common as coercion and fraud. In layman's terms, it's modern day slavery, honestly. And there's a wide variety of ways that people can be trafficked. It can be something as simple as through family, social circles such as neighborhoods, communities, even classmates. It can get into businesses or organizations that are behind it, and it can go as extensively as a trusted leader or group of people, all the way to a multi-state or international ring that may involve gangs, maybe elite entities or individuals. Ultimately, though, even people who find themselves in trafficking situations, in the same situations, may have a wide variety of ways that they got there.
Yeah, this is great information to know. It can happen to anyone, but why is this relevant to ISU students specifically?
Yeah, it's a really good question because, first of all, off the top, it's really important to be aware. It's a healthy life principle, especially about critical issues. And the more that we have a general baseline, a centered understanding when it comes to trafficking, and not just what we've assumed or heard somewhere, it helps us, well, be in the know, but also we might be able to identify something that stands out. We may be more apt to be able to recognize it and even know how to respond or hopefully even report it.
Yeah.
But furthermore, and really this is where I believe it hits home for our students and faculty and staff, is that there's the same underlying principles that lead to trafficking also lead to other things that are near as well outside of trafficking situations. So for example, dating violence, domestic violence, invasive acts towards someone up to and including rape or stalking. And even further beyond that, it could be just relationship tendencies and vulnerabilities, like cycles of repeated behaviors or inviting certain things again and again that are not healthy. All these things are very relevant for us to be cognizant of, because these things directly affect our relational and emotional health, our ability to establish and maintain healthy boundaries in relationships, and to identify flags, which, you could say a red flag in a person, but also what are green and white flags, and I would say most importantly, yellow flags. So overall, just having an awareness and being awakened to this information and to this insight is going to help us all make healthier choices. We're going to be able to possibly be better steered in situations that may be difficult or unhealthy to get through or to get out of. And just having more clarity about our world today just enables us to see how we can have a positive effect on our lifestyle, on our communication and conversation.
Yeah, I completely agree. This is super important for students to be aware of on. And what is Blue Against Trafficking? Can you tell me about that on campus?
Yeah, so to that point, Blue Against Trafficking is the embodiment of a growing group of students and faculty and staff that have expressed interest in either learning more about trafficking, maybe doing something about it, or somehow in some way, shape, or form standing against it. And that can include, some people may actually want to get involved in some type of anti-trafficking organization. Some may feel compelled in their area of major or work study to get involved in the actual work that their major is leading them to that has some type of anti-trafficking theme to it. But more holistically, on a broad scale, it's all about what can we do to be more aware, bring more awareness, and live in such a way that is not reinforcing objectification or exploitation of people. Specifically, Blue Against Trafficking is we have a group that we are keeping people informed of any activities or interest meetings or other types of things that are relevant. People that want to stay in the loop of what is happening here on campus. The goal is one day there are several that want to see this to become an organization, an actual official registered student organization. So that would also be a good way for people to express interest in being involved in that, including leadership roles. But there are a lot more people here on this campus that have an interest in this, and it's just been a matter of connecting people and connecting with people one-on-one and in groups and in some of the activities we've already had on campus. So
yeah, that's great for students to know about. Now, what is Project Love? Can you tell me about that?
Okay, so Project Love is kind of a term that embodies the periodic rhythm of activities that is centered around practical opportunities to be involved here and now. So, for example, there's a lot of people that may feel tugged on the heart, like when they hear about this issue and they have a passion about it, or they're like, gosh, I wish I could do something now. I'm not in a major that has something to do with it, so I don't know of any local organization I can jump in, or it's not really, I'm too busy, but I wish I could do something more now. Maybe I could pray, maybe I could talk to people about it, maybe I could go to a meeting, but, well, when people have no idea, what can we do here at ISU? What can we do? Project Love answers that. So what we want to do is, like maybe every few months, is have an activity that is directly related to investing in some form of anti-trafficking. So, for example, actually just yesterday we had a stop and serve in HMSU where it was a card writing activity. So we have a bunch of blank cards that are greeting cards, and people came to write a short or long note of inspiration, encouragement, or something. And these cards are actually going to be put together in packages, and they're going to be sent to specific anti-trafficking organizations that have safe homes where trafficking victims have been in aftercare programs upwards to 12 months or so in a very full range, full scale, intensive healing and restoration program and process. And so this is actually the opportunity for somebody to say, I wrote this card and I got this mailed to an actual person who has been victimized, most of them for years. And this person has this in their possession, and I am a face in their healing journey. And so in the future, there'll be, I plan on a variety of things, maybe more like that to other safe homes and back to the same ones again. Sycamore Stitchers also has knit together real small little knit hearts that are also going to go to these residents. Some people also wrote a card to the staff thanking them for the work that they're doing to help these women. And there's other ideas that we'll get into, possibly legal advocacy or some other things as well. So it's a practical way for students and faculty and staff to be involved today, right now, in anti-trafficking.
Yeah, it's amazing that ISU can be a part of that and participate in things like that. Now, if students want to reach out, who can they contact?
Well, first, they can always contact me by email, or if people know how to search people in Teams or SharePoint, they can search for my name, Justin Wassel. And then The embodiment of Blue Against Trafficking has an Instagram presence, so at Blue Against Trafficking, spelled out just like that. They can always follow that and DM that account. And I would highly recommend, especially if students want to just learn more, have a conversation, if they're interested in being a part of a forming student organization, such as a leadership role or serving, if they want to bring their talents or their abilities to creative ideas or activities that we can do on campus. Also, if they want to get their classes or professors involved, which I already have some speaking engagements with 3, if not 4 classes this semester. Student organizations, I already spoke a couple weeks ago with one at one of their meetings. But also using any areas of their major or their line of study that is relevant to various anti-trafficking efforts or areas. And again, also the creative, the arts, or like Sycamore Stitchers, they're doing something, just one of their hobbies, but using it for a cause in that. So if anybody has a heart and to do something more than just be cognizant in their lifestyle and in their ways and in their body of knowledge, reach out to me or somebody and we can do something.
Well, thank you so much again for coming on. I've definitely learned so much about this important topic. Here are some resources available for students to reach out to at any time should you need more information. That's all the time we have this week. If you'd like to get involved with Sycamore Video, or if you have any events that you would like for us to cover, send us an email at isu-sycamorevideo@indstate.edu. Check us out on our Facebook page at Sycamore Video-ISU Student Media, or Sycamore Video on YouTube. See you next week, Sycamores.